everyone. If you're planning to study in Europe, France is a very good option. Today, I want to break down the complete application process in France. What do you expect, and can you navigate throughout the country? For example, shortlisting your universities, your scholarship programs, visa, and also some few tips and tricks when you're traveling to France, and also when you're trying to find some accommodation, and how does the work and job life look like. So let me share the presentation with you. So, studying in France is a complete guide to the master's and PhD program within the France. The first question that comes is, why should you study in France? The one of the important thing is it's home to over 3,500 higher education institutes, including some of the most prestigious public universities like Grandes Écoles in Europe. It has a really strong emphasis on research and innovation, and over 1,500 of them, in fact, especially in STEM and business fields. Okay, one of the biggest advantage is the tuition fees. So if you are in a non-US student, you don't expect to pay a lot. For example, you can go up till 4,000 euros per year, which is a lot lower if you go for US or UK. Okay, and also you get a 2 years post study work visa. Especially the what's happening around in US is this work visa issue, or the issue with the visa issuance of the students. So you don't have that much problem right now with the Europe, and it's a good option, especially when we consider France. It's a really good option, considering the universities and the scholarships, the tuition fees also. So amongst the food and the croissants and the pastry, it includes amazing culture, student life, and the Central European location. So when you are in France, you actually get access to complete Europe. Everything is just a train away. So life is really good when you are in Europe, and especially right now when I'm talking about France, then definitely France is a pretty place. So next are the top universities which are in France. Let's talk about the universities. And it has a wide selection of universities and institutions. So there are Sorbonne, École, Grenoble. All the list is on the screen that you can see. For example, when you go for Sorbonne or University Paris-Saclay, this will be recognized for strong research output. École and Central Superlake are part of Grand Écoles, and they're especially respected in engineering and technology. When you go to Grenoble INP and ENSA Lyon, they're known for applied sciences and innovation in engineering. So University PSL and University of Strasbourg have strong interdisciplinary science program. So all in all, when you go to France, you get especially a strong national and earth sciences, courseworks, and it's well connected to both academic and industrial research networks, which gives students access to great labs and collaborative projects and internships. As a master's student, internship is a very important part based on the location of your university and what the university provides you. It actually lays the groundwork for what you're going to do next. So do consider this part of every university. Next are the scholarships. So one of the best parts when you're studying in France is the availability of funding. And right now they have great funding opportunities, and they have announced a lot of funding opportunities. One of the most prestigious one is the Eiffel scholarship here, which provides approximately 1,200 euros a month and gives you travel and insurance grants. Getting an insurance is also compulsory, and it's great if a scholarship provides you within the set amount. Like you have an amount and separately you get money for insurance. That is a very good catch. The second is a Charpak scholarship. It's for Indian student. It covers tuition and provides monthly stipend for around 700 euros. Then comes Erasmus plus joint master's program, and it's incredible opportunity. It's like multi-country program, fully funded, and includes tuition, travel, generous monthly stipend. So if you're working in areas which are related to climate sustainability, MOBCA is another funding. Next comes LABEX IDEX scholarships and French Embassy Master Scholarship. These are country-specific scholarships. These are also great scholarships. In case of application for scholarships, do start applying sooner. Look for each university website. Start your applications early. Ideally, the cases you should start applying like September. okay, or September till November, and then these scholarships close in January. So do take care of timelines while doing application process. The next we talk about is the program language. See, this is most important aspect. When you come to Europe, you have to consider what language the program is taught in. Even though you learn French, it could be difficult for you to learn or to go through a coursework in the same language. So be confident enough that if you try to do something which is not in English and in French, learn French. Be confident that you can understand the stuff and write an exam in this one. You don't want to be stuck here, right? So most of the English program, there are programs which are taught in English also. There is no French needed to study in most of these STEM or business programs. They do check for the university websites, look for curriculums, check if the whole curriculum is in English or you have to take specific courses which are in French. This has to be checked while applying. Then the next is the free university language classes. So France, it's good that they apply for, they provide you free language classes because this can be really expensive, especially when you want to study it at a professional level or for example at a better level. French helps with the part-time jobs and internships also. So if you want to do this and for everyday life, you have to and you should learn French. That's one of my recommendation. In my previous videos, I talked about Netherlands. This is not the case there, but for example, for France, you should learn it. Try to aim for A2 to B1 level during your stay, even before you have applied, and in the process of visa and when you're arriving in France. Before that, try to learn at least A1 so that you can communicate in basic language process, right? The next is the job opportunities, which is again a really important aspect. Like if you do a master's, you really want to have some job opportunities here. So one good thing is once you are in Europe, you can apply for whole of the Europe. You are not bound to a specific country. That's a good part of this. Second is you get a 2-year post-work study visa, which is called as APS visa here. And during your studies, you're allowed to work for 20 hours per week. There are high demand in fields like AI, biotech, energy, aerospace, pharma, and there are big companies which are here, which have their homes here. So the idea is you should upscale yourself, you should apply early, you should do internships, and then you have full access to these companies. You cannot be someone like, oh, these companies will come to you. It never happens. You cannot be spoon fed here. You have to work for it. But the good part of this is if you work for it, you will get it. There is no dearth of it, right? So it is research and innovation friendly space. So specifically, if you're really interested in research, Europe is the best place to come to. A visa and the application process. So it's a centralized application system through Campus France. If you come from countries like India, Morocco, China, you must apply through Campus France portal as well as the university's own portal. So it works in the ways first you create your Campus France account. Step 2 is to apply for selected universities directly. Then you upload your required documents, your SOP, CV, transcripts, certificates, LORs, IELTS and TOEFL score. And then you have some programs that might ask for an online interview. After you receive your admission offer, you schedule an interview with Campus France in your home country if required, often only if required. So you get a VLSTS kind of a long stay student visa, which is helpful. And once you are in France, you must validate your visa within the 3 months of arrival window. This whole process can take up to 6 to 8 weeks. So please start early the moment you get your admission offer. For the final tips and resources, to wrap up the things, the summary is you should learn basic French before or during the studies. Then you should apply early for scholarship deadlines. Register for CAFs. So CAFs is for your housing subsidy, your language programs. Take full advantage of support system which is available to students. Okay, the university language programs and local student communities, right? You should learn some basic French, as I said. Use apps like Duolingo, websites like TV5 Monde, which are great. You should attend Campus France webinars for country specific advice and apply early for cross housing and public insurance. It's another great option to do this, to get something which is subsidized for a living. And I have added these useful links, which is Campus France and Etudes in France, the university. You should check these deadlines for these places and try applying there for your accommodation process, right? Perfect. So I hope this video was useful to you and you got to learn a lot about application in France and how and what to do and what not to do. So if you have any comments or if you need my help, drop the comment in the comment box as France and I will help you. Thank you.